welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, if this is your first time seeing this face on your screen, please do not forget to support me by subscribing, liking and commenting. Yeah, and for my old subscribers, thank you very much for the support all the way. I really do appreciate it. So today I thought to share with you all a very important topic. Yes, so this is basically going to be more beneficial to students. But if you're not a student watching this, do not forget to share this with your friends who are students and who want to go abroad for studies. And for parents watching this, okay, do not forget to be aware of this on behalf of your kids. Okay, I'm gonna be sharing with you things to know before going abroad for studies. Yes, I have a few tips that are gonna be very beneficial. Okay, so presently I am Philippines. Yes, and some of these tips I did not know before coming abroad. So now I'm here, I have my share of experience to share with those of you who are yet to go abroad. Yes. So yeah, the first tip on my list is your financial background. Okay, you want to know your financial background before going abroad. You want to know, like, am I ready for this? Do I have the finance for this? Yes. Because not every, like, we all have a different state. Some are rich, some are just average, and some, I don't know. So you want to know actually if you can actually cope with the your tuition there, the cost of living. Yeah, some of these you can get online. You can go online and browse what's the cost of living for a particular country you want to go to. What's the tuition there? You can actually contact the school. It's very important you contact the school. Like, yes, if you contact the school abroad, asking them what's the cost of living in that country as a student, they're going to give you like an estimated amount you need to spend annually as a student. But do not base your expenses on whatever they tell you. It is good you ask them, but make sure you have more than whatever the school tells you, more than whatever you get online. Yes, because they are not gonna know what kind of person you are, right? You're probably gonna be spending more than what they think you should be spending as a student, or less than what they think you should be spending as a student. So for the expenses, it depends on your person. Like, are you the type that spend more? Are you the type that spend less? But you should make sure you base that from what the school tells you. You don't just sit at home and say, okay, I think $1,000 should be okay for me in a year, guys. No, it doesn't work that way because you don't even know what, like, the rent there. Like, most countries you have to pay your rent monthly. I think some countries you pay 2 weeks. Anyway, here we pay our rent monthly, and you wouldn't know what exact amount in a particular city. Like, the rent depends on the city. Yes, like if you're living in some cities, you pay more for the rent and you spend more for food and clothes. And if you're living in another city, you spend more for food and clothes, like that. So it depends on the city. Make sure you inquire from the school. Depending on the city, please make sure you ask what's the cost of living there, rent and everything. So that's very important. And do not forget that whenever you are calculating whatever the school has told you based on a particular exchange rate, it do fluctuate. Like, exchange rate is something that could change every day, weeks, and even a month. Like, you don't want to just go there because the school says this and you calculate with the present exchange rate. You think that's what it's going to be until when you are done with years of studying in that country. No. For instance, when I came here to Philippines, the exchange rate used to be about 4.9, I think, and then later a few weeks it became 5. That's like years back, and now as I'm talking to you, it is 10.5. So you can imagine 4.9 when my parents sent me here, and then 10.5. Like, if I wasn't even prepared, I'm gonna be breaking down, and trust me, we all get affected somehow when the exchange rate changes. But at least when you're prepared to an extent, you wouldn't just be like regular, because at least you will have to adjust yourself, but not like it's where you can't do it anymore, something like that. So financial background is very crucial. It's very important to be aware of your financial background and how ready you are financially. So we'll be going to the second point, and the second point on my list is emotionally and mentally ready. You don't want to travel out without being emotionally and mentally ready. Yes, because you're going to be leaving your families back home, which you're familiar with. Like, these are people you can talk to anytime. These are people that care about you a lot. You're gonna be leaving your friends who you already used to. You're gonna be leaving. Some of us even leave relationship back, and then we are not emotionally and mentally ready for this. And before you know, once weeks we are breaking down. So make sure you are emotionally ready and mentally ready. That I'm coming to a new environment where I have no mom, I have no dad there, I have no friend there, and I have no relationship there or whatever. Whatever you're living back home, just know I'm coming to a new country. I'm coming to a different country. I'm coming to a different environment where these people are not there. Where I have to understand that I'm only going to be communicating with home through calls and messages. Where you have to start learning to get new friends, and then how to adjust with your friends back home. How to adjust, like still communicate with home. They are still the people you can talk to. Some of us who have relationship bats, ready for it, how we can cope, because time difference. Even when we consider the time difference, some of our friends, even family members, relationship, whatever kind of relationship you have, people were married, or some people are married back home, they want to travel regardless of that. Some are in a very serious relationship. They want to travel outside the studies regardless of that. So you have to make sure you are ready for this, because time difference is one thing that really affects communication, and when your communication is affected, sometimes tend to affect us mentally and emotionally, because the people we are used to, people we communicate with, we don't communicate to them that well anymore. So you have to be ready for this. Yes, you have to be ready for it. You have to be ready to cope in your new environment, new friends, new everything, new family, but do not forget your family back home. That is more emotionally and mentally ready I mean. Do not forget them, but you have to understand there is something you to cope with. So we'll just go straight to the third point I have on my list, and adaptation. You have to be ready to adapt. Yes, you have to be ready to adapt to the environment. So you have to know that these people have a different kind of meal. The people there are different, their characters are different, the way they do their things are different. The way you go to market is different. The people you meet in church are different. Like you're gonna meet a whole different kind of people. So be ready to get adapted to these people. Be ready to accept that this is the people I've met, this is how they are, and I'm fine with it. Because when you're not fine with it, sorry, you can't even cope. You just want to go back home, or you're gonna be often sad. And be ready to know that you're not gonna find all the kind of food you know back home. Maybe you're gonna come with some foodstuffs, yes. Maybe you're gonna find some of it in Africa. Sorry, whatever foreign store they have that they sell foreign food. Because I wanted to say Africa, I'm used to the African market here. But it depends on your nationality, right? So be ready to know that everything is different: the food, the environment, the people, the communication, the way they understand you. It is totally different. Like, be ready to adapt. Adaptation is one solution. Personally, I wasn't so ready for adaptation. Like, the food, even until now, I'm yet to adapt to it. It's great actually, but when you talk about adaptation, I'm not yet 100%. Like, I'm still trying my best, but it is something very important you should be ready for as a student going abroad. Yes. And then let's go to the fourth point on my list. Another point on my list is no high expectation. Do not expect much. Do not come here with your hope of, I want to be traveling, I want to be doing this because I'm going abroad. Yes, I'm going to be having this kind of fun. I want all the freedom in the world. I want to do this. No. The only high expectation should be you succeeding academically. And then with time, you're going to be having other kind of experience. But do not forget your goal as a student is to succeed academically. Because some people come with the hope of, I'm going abroad, I'll be traveling here and I'll be traveling there. I'll be doing this and I'll be doing that, and at the end of the day, they do forget that I came here to study and I should be doing this. Some people even go ahead having fun and this, and then they miss a semester. You don't want to miss a semester abroad. Missing a semester should not be because you are having fun. Maybe for some other tangible reasons, and you don't want it to happen, because it is very important you go with every semester. Like, you have 4 years, spend 4 years. If you have 5 years, spend 5 years. It is very important. But if along the line something happens, put yourself together. But do not let the fact that you are having fun make you miss one semester abroad. No. Yeah, you want to travel. Like me, I sometimes I travel during holidays and all of that. I love to travel, but you have to adjust. Yes, you really do have to. You have to keep in mind your goals. Like only high expectations should be to succeed academically, and after that, whatever you have in mind can follow. But when you are still studying, that should be the only high expectation. Yes. And then another point on my list is why I'm talking about that, because a lot of us come abroad and then we feel like we're out of home, we can have all the fun. We're out of home, I can travel as much as I want to travel. Yes. And then don't forget that you traveling and traveling costs. You have a lot of expenses for that. Except for those of you who are traveling by bus, it's cheaper to travel by bus. Yes. And the next point on my list would be aware of the cost of shipment. Yes, be aware of the cost of shipment, like how much it costs to ship goods from your country or from whatever country to where you are present or where you'll be going to. Ensure that you're aware of that, because it costs a whole lot to ship goods from one country to another. Even whatever you are shipping, letters, whatever you want to ship, it costs a lot. Do not start expecting a lot from your family. Like, okay, they'll be sending me foodstuffs abroad. Oh yes, this person will be sending me some kind of gifts abroad, and when they are not sending it, you're disappointed. Just be ready that they probably will be sending a whole lot and still be expecting, because this costs it costs much, like shipping parcels and all of that from wherever to wherever costs a whole lot. Like for instance, I'm in Philippines. Yes, shipping from Philippines to my country or from my country to Philippines, my God, it costs a whole lot. And the prices even fluctuate. Yes, today it's this amount, and as time goes on, it gets more expensive. And sometimes I want foodstuffs, I want this, I want that, yes, and I'm not even getting it. But that's okay, because I already understand that money could go for something else. So do not start expecting much. That's why I talk about adaptation. And be ready to adapt to the food there and everything. And even if you be getting your own kind of food, just know that you're in a foreign land and it costs much. And whatever gifts you're expecting, whatever thing is going on at home and you wish, oh my God, if you should send mine to me, you probably won't be getting it, trust me, because by the time you think about the money you spend for shipping, you just feel like that money can go for something else. Yeah. And then another point on my list is be aware of the academic system. Yes, that is very, very important. I think you should have come before some other points I made. But notwithstanding, ensure that you are aware of the academic system, like the system of studying in my country or your country will differ. The system of study to wherever you're going to differs. Be aware of the academic system there. Be aware of how they make their exams, quizzes, how many exams they have in a semester, how they have the exams. Like here in the Philippines, the exam is it's more of objectives. Yes, it's more of objectives. It's not objectives or subjectives. I don't know. But back home it's more of cases. Like you have to like define this and define that, and you have to explain and that, all that. But here, no, it's like fit in this, like this and this, like you just fit in, or objectives, something like that. So some other countries it will differ. Yeah. So make sure that you are aware of the way the academic system is there. And when you arrive in that country, do ensure to get acquainted with your professors, instructors, whatever it's called. Do ensure to get acquainted with them. Try to know what they expect from you as a student, as a foreign student in particular. So try to know what they expect from you. Try to know how it works. Try to communicate with other foreign students. Try to communicate with even the student of that national. Try to just be aware, not just you being aware before going to that country. Ensure that when you arrive in that country, you are also getting oversight with the academic system. Not just you sitting down and then waiting to have all the experience yourself. No, try to ask questions, try to communicate with people who you think have this knowledge and it's beneficial to you. Because you don't want to have an exam or have a quiz and you don't even know their pattern of study. Just know that the pattern of study for every country and every academic and in the academic aspect differs. Yes, it really, really differs. And you don't want to go there being so clueless and you don't want to arrive there waiting to have all the experience and maybe having a fail in this course, having this bad experience before you have your own share of knowledge. No. So that's something you need to be aware of before going abroad to study, and even when you arrive abroad. Alright, so another point I want to talk about is the license exam. I do understand that some of us are acquainted with what the license exam is. But for those of us who are not, the license exam is an exam you take after acquiring your BS. You take this exam to qualify you to work fully in your profession. And it is a very important requirement when you want to work abroad. You must be licensed in your profession. Yes, you can't possibly work in your profession without you being licensed. So why I'm talking about this is because when you study abroad in a third world country, you definitely can't just be done with your BS and then move to a more advanced country and expect to start working or expect them to allow you to take the license exam. No, that will not be happening. You would need to study for 2 years or more for you to take the license exam in that country, because they don't feel like your certificate is enough from whatever country you're coming from. Like for instance, here in the Philippines, you don't expect someone in the medical profession or some engineering courses. I do not know all the courses that do need license exam, but I'm very much aware that every medical course and some engineering course do need the license exam. Yes, after acquiring your BS. So when you're going abroad with the hopes of going to some other country, advanced country to work, be sure that you are going to a country where the certificate is going to be accepted when you move to whatever country of your choice in the future. Otherwise, I would say you stay back in your country and acquire your BS and then take your license exam, have some job experience, and move to another country of your choice. That would be an alternative for those who can't be done with studies and then move to another country and be studying again for 2 years and even more, and then paying tuition, high tuition and everything in that country. But just in case you insist of coming to just in case you insist of going to a third world country, or somehow you already found yourself there, don't worry. When you're done with studies, another thing you can do is go back to your own country and then take the board exam there, which is the license exam, have your work experience. Okay, that's the same process like when you study in your country. That's why I earlier advise you stay back in your country and study. If you are not going to an advanced country where your certificates can be accepted in any part of the world, because for third world countries, your certificates cannot be accepted in any part of the world. Like, can't be accepted in every part of the world. So that is it for your license exam. Make sure you research about it. Very sure what you want to do after studies in a particular country, so that you know what to do and how much it favors you. So guys, that is it. And lastly, make sure you are aware of the language you study. The language you study there. There's pretty much chances that in a lot of countries, despite what is their own language of communication aside English, there are chances of you finding schools that actually give you lecture in English. But that's way more expensive, and that's something you should get to find out from the school or online. Yeah, but make sure that you are aware of that. Do not just go there, you apply in the school, and when you get there, they don't just teach you English. While some teach you in English, but part of the lectures are made in whatever language, foreign language they have there. So make sure you are informed about that, and make sure you get to know that, so that you don't just go there and then at the end of the day you are lost. Like, what am I doing? And you're already enrolled in that school. Some countries will tell you to have 1 year study of their own foreign language before you can enroll in any school or whatever school in that country. So make sure you are informed about that, okay? So you don't want to go there being lost. So yes, that is it for things you should know before studying abroad. Maybe there are a few more tips, but these are the things I have to share with you today. And trust me, getting to know all of this is going to do you a lot of good. Alright, thank you guys for watching. See you again on my next upload. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to watch my previous videos. click on the notification bell because you want to get informed of other videos I'll be uploading. Yes. Bye.